Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. This is Collective Coffee. A couple things we're going to talk about. The other day, the Key Bridge, I'm sure you all know, collapsed when being hit by a, like container ship. I don't know what the real word for that is. I don't think that's it. Anyway, there's tons of speculation about who did that, why it happened. There was a detonation, all of these things. I agree. I think something to remember is that I've been telling you to look out for who the United States decides to scapegoat in the coming months with big events like this. I haven't paid attention to what the government is saying, besides the fact that I have seen other folks talking about how the Joe Biden was like, oh, we'll pay for it. Don't worry about it. Like, meh, which is weird. A lot of folks are talking about how, because it wasn't the only bridge, there was also one in Ohio and one on the West Coast, I think, that was going through some ocean stuff. But all of that to say is that someone came on, a black person came on and said, hey, this feels like black communities are being targeted, or like their mobility is being taken in these bridge because of the reoccurring, like it happening at the same time, essentially in 3 different places. And I hadn't thought of that, and I think that that's super real. As we know from watching what's happening in Palestine, or witnessing what's happening, not watching, it's not like entertainment. From witnessing what's happening in Palestine, mobility is a huge way of controlling people, the border, all of those things. So that, he said, he's like, this feels like Katrina with the levees, you know? So I would say that marginalized communities in those areas, I can do more research into that, but I feel like there's definitely something there. Mobility is a huge act of war. Also, folks are talking about how infrastructure is the first thing that folks go for in times of war. All of those things are true. I think the only thing about that is who is behind it. The United States is likely, I don't think it was an accident. First of all, do not think that the container ship was an accident. I watched it. It was not an accident. That looked super real. Anyway, I also want to talk about April 8th. As you know, it's a full solar eclipse. I have an appointment scheduled for the 8th that I think I'm going to reschedule because, again, the mobility thing, this appointment is like an hour away. And just on a day where all of these things are being, I don't know if I'm going to cancel or not. But anyway, lots of things are happening around April 8th. One of those things that has come out in the past few days, yeah, I've been on TikTok, is that the CERN collider is supposed to be like having the dark matter, whatever. They're supposed to be colliding on April 8th. Someone said they're just turning them on April 8th to like reestablish, but no. So I think ultimately at a spiritual level, we need to understand that the powers that be are clearly evil, right? You don't carry out these things against humanity unless you are evil. And so at a spiritual level, yeah, the P. Diddy thing too, all of this shit, it's crazy. It's a crazy place to be right now. And I just want to applaud the collective. I know I have like 3 unfinished thoughts, but I just want to applaud the collective for going with the flow and like taking the punches as we're being like dealt them, right? I think ultimately the collective is doing an amazing job of receiving information and sharing information and pivoting when presented with new information. The consciousness of the collective is definitely rising. People are definitely these conversations weren't happening years ago. So I just want to applaud the collective, all of us, at a global scale, of like how we are really, I want to say, the penetrating through the bullshit. I'm sorry for the word, but it's true. And then for those unfinished thoughts, it was, what was it? Oh, the CERN Collider. So they've started the process of like making dark matter, but they are going to be harnessing the energy of the eclipse and trying to get them to collide on the 8th, or like their timing. I don't know. Have you ever seen the Da Vinci Code? Because no, it's not Da Vinci Code. It's Angels and Demons. Wait, is it Da Vinci Code or Angels and Demons? Either way, it's those Dan Brown books that turned into movies that Tom Hanks, super #1 pedophile, right? Of Hollywood, we know this. Woody, okay, from Toy Story. Ew, disgusting. The symbology is so deep, but anyway, that's not why I'm here. Every time people talk about CERN, I think of those movies. I don't remember which one it is. I think is it Angels? Anyway, but they have a scene in CERN, like the beginning scene is at CERN. And so I always think back to that. It is Angels and Demons. It's Angels and Demons. If you haven't seen that movie, I highly recommend. I could do a movie Mondays on those movies. I'm super fascinated with hidden symbology. Love it. It's like my special interest. Why is my room so red right now? But anyway, all that to say is that acknowledging the dark energies, regardless of what you call them, regardless of what you believe spiritually, religiously, understanding that the dark energies are utilizing this darkness to bring about apocalypse, right? Another person got on TikTok and it was like, apocalypse is absolutely their plan. They being the elite, the powers that be, these evil entities. Obviously, for Palestinians, apocalypse has been just an ongoing way of life. Also for indigenous and marginalized folks all over the world, they live in apocalyptic times, right? As white folks, we have moments of apocalypse, but we don't live in that space for the most part, right? So all that to say, yes, everything has to do with race because the powers that be have divided us that way, right? That's it. That's all. And once you understand that, you get way less butthurt about it and you recognize your participation in it. But anyway, we've talked about that a million times. But the other thing I want to say quickly, what was it? What was I going to say? Oh, they arrested P. Diddy, but that's like a clone. That's not really him. So stay aware, stay alert. Ryan Garcia is sharing information. He's going through his own shit. He also, stop, honey. I have my tea right here. Stop. Please get off of me. Get off of me. I'm doing something. Okay, I have to move. I wanted to say something else. I don't remember. What was I going to say? We were talking about Da Vinci Code and CERN and... Oh, that's not good. I don't know why it's so red in here. So anyway, just know that... Oh, ew. Sunlight. That the powers that be are doing their thing. Oh yeah, that's where I was at. Post-apocalypse. Evil... Anyway, I don't know. If you've had any prophetic dreams, last night I had one about water and boats. I feel like that was just because of the collective energy, though, and the things that I've been seeing. But if you receive any messages through dreams or... Wow, it's really cold back here with the catio open. Holy shit! Anyway, I don't remember what I was going to say. When I remember, I'll come back. We can do a movie Monday next week about the Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons. Because we'll start with Angels and Demons, though, because that one, I don't know. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Yay, we triggered it. Israel is trying to bring about the apocalypse by doing the red heifer, what's the word for sacrifice? That's the word. It was written into both South Park and The Simpsons. For folks that think that that's just a coincidence, no, these people are in charge of things. That's the law of revelation. That's how they let the public know what they're doing, because that keeps their karma clear, supposedly. Shit, I don't know what entities they're working with, or what they are, honestly. Lots of folks are talking about the Antichrist right now. Like, we're in this time of there's a lot going on. So, yeah, keep your wits about you. I know I say that a lot, but do it. If you start to feel like you're going a little cray-cray, take a break, okay? Get some rest and nourish your body. Keep yourself grounded. Put your feet on the fucking earth. Fuck, it's cold right here. Okay, I'm gonna end this because I'm cold. I want to go back in my blanket. All right, y'all, have a good one.